to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
The fuck happened? Shit. Bro, I need that box in my fucking room. Bro, I'm mad that we don't got Xfinity no more. I don't even see your name no more. Whatever. Fuck. But that was a good ass motherfucking first game. Like, we both weren't even sloppy for real, but you know, for being high as hell. Bro, I caught that pick when I changed my camera angle again too, like literally. I said, "Oh, bro, no, it was just to the sky." And then that's when I had user picked. I was like, "Nah, like he would throw in the middle." I was like, "Oh, he threw in the middle, yo." Like, do it. Nah, but that one pick, that number one pick, that bitch off. When I took that bitch to the house, I was like, "That nigga fast as fuck." I was like, "Yeah, let go." I threw like two or three picks. Yeah, you threw like two. Yeah, you threw about the same amount.
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good.
Oh, that was on me, bro. I don't know what the fuck that was on.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. They'll get him on the ground at the 36, and it'll be a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game.
That should be funny sometime, bro. Like,
remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better.
just slid up there.
Goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Big play for the Irish there. Reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing.
Over here lagging too, like, yo.
Well, it's plays like that that'll
Come
help
on,
this offense
man.
stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for a gap. It's Bob. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Irish! And they score first.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From from the gun. They'll try to impose their will. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to throw, it's Cook. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Takes his shot, fires, and picked off. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Oh, it's on the ground. High fall. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts, fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Cook. Just too much money.
Yo, bro.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Hand off from the shotgun. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
That nigga would fumble.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's locked. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Leonard. It falls
The fuck?
incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And after a
Oh, I was trying to do some shit.
scoops out of bounds. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
Oh no, he wasn't gonna get it anyway. That nigga wasn't even.
Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Rolls it in.
Oh my God! If I just stayed still.
But not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Flips it out to the back. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
A first down for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Trying to beat the D deep. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll try the run. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Coming after it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooper. Oh, look out. There he goes.
Bro, this game sucks.
Tigers made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man down the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quarterback will audible. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Mitchell.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. He's already thrown one interception.
That's some bullshit. That would have been a touchdown. Why the fuck you throw it like that?
The way to fix it is to get the mechanics squared away.
And sometimes get rushed and everything happens a step faster right in the games, and then you realize, like, I'm bending, I'm throwing off my back foot. Like, slow it down, take some deep breaths, understand, like, I'm going to be protected, I'm going to be all right. Let's make some things happen.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Cook. He's going for it all. And he reels it in inside.
Bro, this shit, bro. All right. Like, what the fuck?
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Trying to find his man on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
I think the defense just lost track of where the tight end was. He was running his route to the outside. Nobody there. I think the DBs got occupied by some clear-out routes, so the offense will take it, and they keep the drive alive.
To the air. It's Leonard. He put some heat on that one.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit. Yeah, this shit so
Right
ass.
off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off play action on first down. Steps away. Uncorks one to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, run.
That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Getting some heat. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for him.
Bro, what the f?
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Looking to throw it again. The sweet feet buy a little time. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The ball right there, nigga decides to not catch it. Oh my, these niggas ass.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Got it. And he will.
Damn, that nigga hit his teammate.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
That nigga juked him into his teammate, fam.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before.
Off he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. It's Cook. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
He throws into the middle of the field. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Well, if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Cooper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the ground, it's Love. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. And no doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Quarterback checking the play. Softened him up with the 1. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Evans. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He wants to throw it again. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch called for and made. kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Cook. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
Gets it out fast. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Missouri wants to go fast. They'll throw it on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This crowd even louder now on 2nd down as they try to hold on. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. This time it's complete. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He unleashes a long one. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Throwing right. Got his man. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And they're going to go for two and try to decide it right now. The give. He will not make it to the end zone.
But this shit ass.
Fails, and they are still down by one here deep in the game. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
The fucking ball!
And I'm going to say this is one of the hardest things to do in football. When you know an onside kick is coming, you're not going to get it very often, but they perform it, and they got a chance to go down the field now and go win this game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got his man. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Leonard. Unloads to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense